Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. Unfortunately, those pesky winds are going to return for today. We're going to see them in from the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts up to 25. However, the winds continue to increase throughout tonight, gusts of 35 miles per hour. And then we're looking at a very strong south-ish wind over the weekend for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where gusts could be around 40 miles per hour outside of thunderstorms. And that's going to fuel a bit of a warm-up, a little bit more humidity, and of course the severe chances that we'll have kind of a triple header on the way. We'll talk about that here in a second. Today, a nice one though. High temperatures in the low to mid 60s, nice and seasonal out there as the winds pick up, and we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. So overall looking dry today, pleasant one to be outside. Tonight, the winds again get even stronger. Lows are down to the mid 40s, and then it looks like probably late tonight or around daybreak tomorrow, showers and storms are going to be pushing in, and that's going to have an impact on the morning commute. It is going to be fairly wet, although that first round not looking severe. It's going to be later in the day that we have chances for some strong storms. So again, it's that 3-day stretch of very active weather. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, chance of strong to severe storms. Also, the potential for heavy rainfall and localized flash flooding. When all is said and done, maybe 2 to 4 inches of rain over the weekend across the area. Here's a look at the 3 days. So as we go into tomorrow, it's a level 2 out of 5 risk in our southwestern counties, level 1 out of 5 elsewhere. More of a widespread level 2 out of 5 risk for Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's also going to be a level 2 out of 5 risk for most of eastern Iowa. Sunday is going to depend heavily on what happens Friday and Saturday. So details on that one still being worked out and being determined, but there is that chance there. And then, of course, let's break it down day by day. So as we go into tomorrow, what I'm looking at in the data here this morning, I don't think that warm front is going to track through our area until probably overnight, when the severe window will be much lower. So that means that the chance for severe storms to develop overhead, I think, is going to be fairly low for us tomorrow. But there is going to be a low off in Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, getting in towards western Iowa. And with that warm front, cold front setup, you're looking at the highest severe chance there in southwest Iowa and northern Missouri. That's likely where storms will develop for tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll track to the northeast towards eastern Iowa. And so, of course, as that's happening, you're getting into the later part of the day. Severe window for us, about 6 p.m. to midnight. So a lot of that time frame after sunset. So as those storms are tracking to the east and northeast, they're likely going to be weakening, which is why the highest severe threat is in our southwestern counties, kind of confined by I-380. Then it's more of a lower end level 1 out of 5 risk elsewhere, where storms could still be strong, but the severe chance will be much more isolated. And really the main threats we're going to look at for tomorrow, with the lack of that warm front, I think it's probably going to end up being more of a hail and wind threat with a very low end tornado threat. It's not a 0% chance that we see a tornado, but it's a very low end chance, I would say. Then, of course, that low is going to track off into Minnesota. That's kind of disturbance number 1. Disturbance number 2 will organize near Oklahoma there. And connecting the two will be that front in between. That front is going to set up somewhere across our western and northwestern counties for Saturday. Now, the placement of that front is going to vary. Some of the data has it over Waterloo, others over Mason City. Along and to the east of that front will be your highest severe threat. It's going to be very warm. It's going to be very humid on Saturday. And so should storms develop, again, most likely late afternoon or early evening time frame, we're going to see the chance for some explosive development, and maybe some very large hail would be your main threat there. Also some damaging wind gusts possible. I would say for Saturday, tornado threat should be fairly low. But again, it's that level 2 out of 5 risk across the area on Saturday. Then comes Sunday, that second disturbance that was down in Oklahoma on Saturday. It's going to be working its way up to our northwest for Sunday. It's going to swing the warm front through, and so that will give us the ingredients for maybe some isolated tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, and large hail. Kind of depends on if the storms and rain can clear out on Sunday morning, and then if the atmosphere destabilizes again, well, then you'd have a pretty good chance for that severe weather. So future track, we'll go through this today, looking pretty nice. Clouds will break apart, and we'll have some sunshine. Then the clouds will increase again here for tonight. bringing with it that chance for rain and storms by, we'll call it early tomorrow morning. So the morning commute for you tomorrow going to be fairly wet, and that could feature some heavy rain. I just think this severe threat's going to be very low for tomorrow morning, but definitely tons of rain out there and good coverage on the showers and storms. Now that will likely continue across the area through the morning hours into the early afternoon, up until it starts to move out to our north by about the mid-afternoon. From there, a little bit of a window where things may dry out for a brief amount of time. And then you see the severe storms developing there in southwest Iowa. So again, not expecting much to develop overhead beyond some isolated shower activity, but those stronger storms will be tracking to the northeast. So they reach our southwestern counties by about 6 p.m. Again, wind and hail threat with those. And then as they continue to progress after sunset to the east, they start to weaken a little bit. Again, not out of the question that you see a strong storm, maybe an isolated severe warning there, but really we'll start to see that pushing out for the time frame after midnight. And then again, you kind of get into a break for Saturday where you destabilize the atmosphere. And then, of course, Saturday afternoon, we'll watch for that next development of storms. And there you see it coming in, again, later on in the day, more so towards the evening hours. But that's going to give you that hail threat and the wind threat for late Saturday into Saturday night. Then, of course, round 3 will come on Sunday. Rainfall through Monday, we're talking 2 to 4 plus inches of rain. So localized flash flooding, street flooding, and then down the road, maybe some rise in stream levels could be possible. City by city forecast, 60s for today and quiet. 100% chance for storms throughout the day on Friday. Some could be strong to severe highs, about the low to mid 60s. Upper 70s to low 80s on Saturday. So again, that instability will build. Scattered thunderstorms late in the day expected. And then it's a 90% chance for storms on Sunday, as highs are in the 70s and all 3 modes of severe weather in play there. Rain should wrap up on Monday. You may have another chance for rain and some isolated storms Monday night into Tuesday. Temperatures are going to go back up. Looks pretty warm to kick off May, as highs are in the mid to upper 70s. Could have another rain chance late next week.